Hi Flosstube, I'm Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel, and my channel is all about cross stitch, and you're very welcome here. If you are a returning subscriber, then thank you for coming back, and if you're a new watcher, then if you like, I hope you like what you see, and if you do, then please do consider subscribing and liking the video and all the YouTubey things that we do. It is Sunday the 1st of June today, and it's quite a nice day here. The light might change because it is sunny sometimes and cloudy others, but it's not raining. It's just a bit windy. So yeah, it's quite a nice day here. So hopefully that won't mess around with the light too much for us. I am sitting there is a window here this side of me. So yeah. So as you can see, if you've been here before, I'm in my new craft room. I'd love to say I'm going to insert a video here, but I don't know how to do that. So if you're interested in seeing how I've filled my cupboards and the ones up there and how I've kind of laid out so far what we've got in the room, because I will have a table here that my husband is going to make, but it's not here yet. So if you're interested in seeing kind of exactly what's in the cupboards, how I've laid it out and so on, then do say, and I'll do a little extra video or something like that, a Flosstube extra, so you can see how I've put my things away and so on. I mean, it's not everything because, you know, there's way too much stuff to fit in a tiny second bedroom in a tiny cottage, right? So I've got the ironing board piled high here, the window ledge piled high here, lots of things to show you. So let's get going. I have got the Cotton and Twine June box to show you all, and I will be giving that away. So yeah, so listen up if you're interested in that. I have got another giveaway as well. I've got a little chart giveaway. I have got retreat news from last weekend, not last weekend, the weekend before. I've got some life news from last weekend when Bethany, my daughter-in-law, and Morgan, my son, were here. And as far as the cross stitch goes, the good stuff, I have had since the last video, which was 3 weeks ago, I've had 3 new starts, 1 finish. I completed my WIP Go numbers for May, and I worked on 9 different things in that time. So yeah, got quite a bit of fun stuff to show you. There's some retreat stuff to show you as well, stuff that I was given, that did I buy anything? Yeah, bought, the Smalls exchange gift, and then a few plans and quite a bit of haul. So some of the haul I forgot to show you last time, so you know, that's why. And if Leanne is watching, and Sammy, and any of the girls that were at the Floss Friends retreat that totally called me an enabler, I mean, I don't know why anyone would say that about me. I will put out a warning before I do the haul so you can look away. Yeah, so I've also got some beautiful fabrics to show you that Bethany, my daughter-in-law, has dyed for me. So again, if you've been here before, you know that she's hand dyed a few pieces of fabric. She recently did a piece for a friend of ours as well, which she delivered to her at the retreat that we went to. But yeah, I've got some lovely fabrics to show you that Bethany's dyed for me. She did tell me that the last 2 pieces she gave me, she didn't have time to iron, and I should iron them before this, but spoiler alert, I didn't. So, so they're a little bit creased, but they look good. They look good. It's the colour you're interested in, right? Not whether it's been ironed. So right, let's get going. I'm going to try and put this down somewhere. It's very tight for space in here. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the June Cotton and Twine box. Now, Cotton and Twine are a sister company of Historical Sampler Company, and they very kindly send me their boxes to share with you guys, to show you, to tell you about, and some of them I have given away in the past, and this one will be a giveaway. So when you get one of these boxes, it comes like this, and then inside you get, oh, it's not staying up today, is it? You get your chart, which this month I will show you properly is this design. Then you get everything that you need to stitch it in this little bag, and then you get some gifts and bits and pieces. So let me show you what the June design is. This is the June Cotton and Twine box. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is by, I want to say Little Dove Designs, but it might be Tiny Modernist. Oh my goodness, that's really bad. What does it say inside? Little Dove Designs. I do apologise. So this is by Faye at Little Dove Designs, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at those birds, and it's just, the colours are really beautiful. So you might ask, why are you going to give it away? I've just got, again, if you've been in before, you know I've got a lot of WIPs. So I just thought this one, I'll give this one away to you guys. So that's the design. In the box with the design, in the little bag, you get everything you need to stitch it. And in here it is a piece of 32 count Zweigart white linen, and all the pre-sorted threads on the card there. Gorgeous, gorgeous colours. And in that bag as well, there is somewhere there is a needle as well. So everything you need basically to stitch it. Also in the box, did I not get tea this month? Usually you get a tea bag. It may well be under the tissue paper, but to save a whole heap of rustling, I won't look for it. But basically it should be a tea bag. If there isn't one, I will put one in. You get a finishing hoop. So this is a 7-inch embroidery hoop, so that you can finish the design straight into that. You get some Otherly sea salt oat milk chocolate. Just check. I think it's suitable for vegans. Lovely bar of chocolate. And you get this gorgeous little bird hanging ornament. That goes quite well with the cupboards, doesn't it? So yeah, really, really nice little bird ornament. So all of that is in the cotton and twine box for June. Now you can subscribe to the cotton and twine boxes on their website. I will leave a link to their website below, and you can get yourself a box and get yourself a box every month, which is a great idea because they are really, really lovely. The linen, if you get a box with linen in, it's 32 count linen, and that's £22 plus shipping. And if you choose Ada, which is 16 count Ada, which will come with it, that is £20 plus shipping. I think there is a code for if it's your first box that you've never ordered from them before. If there is, I will write it here because I forgot to check. I do apologise. But yeah, get yourself signed up for these boxes. If 1 month, because they show the design at the beginning of the month, so if you're not sure and it's for you, you can pause a box, skip a box, you know, and then carry on afterwards. So it's really flexible. They're really, really good quality, and I highly recommend them. This box I will give away, as I said, because I've just got way too many things to stitch, and it will just go in the pile, and then, you know, it will be there forever. So what did I put on here? I didn't put anything. What have they called it? Let's go with bird. So if you would like to win this cotton and twine box, which is the June box, I may decant the contents into smaller packaging, depending where it's going. But if you want to use it, if you use the word bird, B-I-R-D, in your comment, then you'll be in with a chance of winning the box. Now, these boxes, you have to sign up by the 25th of the month so that you're able to get it before the changeover, really, I guess would be a way of putting it. After that, it will be the July box. So if you don't want to enter, if you don't want to wait, then you can sign yourself up right now on the website and get yourself in there. I will draw the winner for this in 2 weeks' time when I do my next Flosstube. So if you enter the giveaway and you don't win, you will still have time to sign up for this box. In the past, I've missed the cutoff and things like that, but this one, it will be announced in time. So use the word bird in your comments and I will draw it in 2 weeks' time. Okay? Anywhere, anybody can enter. Right, the other little giveaway I have got is for a chart. I ordered a bag from the wonderful Pauline at So Be Bags. I have another one of her bags in my haul today. A little while back now, a couple of bag sales ago, and she sent me the bag that I ordered, and she also sent me a bag to give away, which I did, and then she sent me a bundle of charts to either stitch myself or give away. So I kept what I wanted, and then I've kept this little bundle, and from time to time I'll do a little giveaway. So today's little giveaway is for this chart, kindly given to me by Pauline, and it says To the Beach with Hands On Design. It's by Hands On Design, And the actual chart is called A Little Cottage. A Little Cottage by the Sea. So it's very sweet. So if you'd like to win this chart, it's just the chart. It's just the chart on the back. The threads used are gentle art threads, but there is a DMC. There are DMC numbers in brackets next to them, so you've got the option. And if you'd like to win this chart, you need to use the word beach, B-E-A-C-H, in your comment. For both giveaways, you need to be over 18, so I can ask you for your postal address, please. Don't use words like giveaway, prize, win, that kind of thing. All those bots that will then come in and try and win things. But yeah, if you're interested in either of those, bird or beach. Okay, let's move on. What else have we got here? A little bit of a life update. I went to the retreat, Floss Friends UK retreat at Rotherham. Not last weekend, the weekend before. Went with Bethany. Had an absolutely brilliant time. It was lovely to see lots of our friends again and do lots of stitching and chatting and have lots of laughs and yeah, exchange little gifts and all that kind of thing. It was really, really good. I'll try and pop in some pictures here if I've got them. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyable time was had by all. I will show you later on, for those that are interested, I will let you know when it's coming up, things that I got from the retreat, gifts, smalls exchange, purchases and so on. But yeah, I'll do that more towards the end because not everybody's bothered about that kind of thing. Just checking my notes. So then Bethany and Morgan came to stay with us for the long bank holiday weekend last weekend, which was really lovely. They were coming to stay and they were going to go home on the Monday, but they had to go home a day early because Bethany is a massive Arsenal ladies fan. And on Saturday night, Arsenal ladies were playing in the... I need to get it right or else she'll kill me. In the Champions League final. So they were playing Barcelona, who according to Bethany, apparently are the ladies team, are the best team in the world. However, Arsenal ladies beat Barcelona 1-0. So Bethany was absolutely beside herself. I can't tell you, I think I'm still slightly deaf in one ear from her screaming. But yeah, it was really, really good and she was so happy. Then she found out that on Bank Holiday Monday, they were going to be lifting the trophy outside the Emirates Stadium in London, and they were up here in the middle of the Peak District. So it was a bit of a mad rush and a bit of a kind of, are you going to go home early then? They were like, yes, please. So they left on Sunday instead of Monday, booked train tickets for like 7 a.m. on the Monday morning and hot-footed it into London to watch Arsenal ladies lift the trophy. So yeah, I was so pleased that she got to do it because it's been something like 18 years since they've done that, or, you know, and it might not happen again for years on end. So yeah, she had a brilliant, and Morgan had a brilliant time seeing the ladies do that. So yeah, so that was a really nice weekend. Got short by, 24 hours, it's fine. But yeah, it was good fun. We had a really good day. Before that, on the Saturday, we'd gone out for a nice long walk. We walked kind of over the fields and in the countryside over to another village nearby and had lunch, and yeah, it was really nice. So yeah. Other life news is my husband bought a motorbike yesterday. So yeah, he sold one of his. He sold a scooter that he's got, and he's got another old sort of vintage motorbike, but not a good one. I mean, just an old one. But he wanted something newer and more powerful. Not massively powerful, but at least it will do 50 up the hills around here. So yeah, so he went off yesterday, and I'll pop a picture in for anyone that's interested in what he got. I could tell you what it is, but I don't really know. It's a Honda. That's about all I know. So yeah, so that was all good. I think that's about it. Right, let's get on with some stitches, shall we? So I don't normally show you, I forget that this is my kind of book of days. So it's the Stitcher's Almanac by Hayley at Stitching Cabin, and I love this sort of calendar. So this is my May pages of all my stitches. So basically I write down every day what I've stitched on. If it's a digital pattern, then I can put in numbers and stats and so on, like how many stitches and what the percentages then I do. If it's paper pattern, then obviously I don't, because I don't bother counting them there. So yeah, that's my May. And the first things I've got to show you actually are some FFOs. So a couple of weeks ago, before Bethany and Morgan were coming for the weekend, I thought I really need to kind of get this craft room tidied out a bit, put stuff away. I had a week off to do, which sounds excessive, but let me tell you, there was a lot to tidy up and a lot to do. So I had a week off doing loads of stuff like that, and I really wanted to just get a few things FFO'd and out of the way. So I have a little bundle of stuff here. One of the things actually that I FFO'd, I will pop a picture in here, was my smalls exchange piece for the retreat. It was just a part of a caterpillar cross stitch design, and I finished it into a hoop, and then I'd made a cardboard hoop butt for the back, and covered it in some decorative paper with dragon scales on, because the design is dragons, as you can see from the photo. And the lady that picked it really liked it, so that's good. Then at the same time as that FFOing, I FFO'd a few of these things. So you may well have seen these before because they're older finishes. They're not, I haven't finished them right now. You might not have seen this one. So this little thing that does look quite unfinished, I think I do need to put something here, but I don't know what yet. Maybe should have put a button on. I could glue a button on. This is part of a design, can't remember who it's by. And this is 40 count fabric, and this is the first time I ever tried 40 count. And I don't know if it was the chart or the fabric at the time, because it's a long time ago. Something made me just not like it, and I didn't want to finish it. But I thought, well, that is, you know, it's a chunk of stitching. So I literally have just mounted it onto a little bit of mount board so it can lean up in a dough bowl, stand on a little easel. And like I say, I might add a fancy button or in my haul, I can show you, look, I've got scissor buttons. I could put one of those scissor buttons up there, right? I'll tell you about those later. So that's one. I also mounted onto some mount board ready for an easel display the September of, this is the mini calendar series by Hayley at Stitching Cabin. These are free charts on her website, which I will link below. And I stitched them a couple of years ago, month by month. And I finished and FFO'd just like this so they can stand on an easel up to August, and then I'd finished the September one, so I just needed to FFO it, and I haven't done October, November, December yet. But that's that one. I also sort of FFO'd this one. So this is a little cottage that was a little vintage kit from a magazine that I can't remember which way around it was, but either myself or Charlie had the magazine with the little kit, and then we got a second little kit, or we gave each other the kit after we stitched it. I think Charlie got it and gave it to me after she'd stitched it. We've got a little bit of a thing about little cottages. It's so sweet. And I just finished it into this little hoop, but I needed to do the back. So far all I've done, and it won't stay in, but a kind of cardboard hoop, but I mean, nobody's really going to look at the back, right? So yeah, that's that one. And then another little cottage, which was the same thing. I think I got it and passed it on, or vice versa again. A little vintage kit from a magazine. Just finished that into an oval hoop with the same kind of thing, but the fabric on the back of this one I'd cut too short, so it doesn't really fit, so it is a right old mess on the back. But again, if you want to look at the back, look at the back, but why would you when there's that cute cottage on the front? I also finished this a while ago, which was a caterpillar cross stitch subscription box. Oh, I can't think what it was called. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to put it along here on the screen to say what the design was called. I think you can get it now as a chart. And I substituted, I think, the Ada for even weave. And then I'd got this orange hoop, or I bought this orange hoop, and I just thought it looked really sweet in there. And again, I've just done a plain cardboard hoop butt on that one, and it is much tidier than those other ones, but yeah. So that's that one. And then last year and the year before, so I think I started these in November 2023 with Rosie of Rosie X Stitches. We decided to do the La Finestra del Tempo calendar pieces month by month. So we started in November with the January design, with a view to having them finished in advance for each month. I think I did that for about 3 months and then got behind, and now I'm even more behind. But I'd finished up to and including June, and I'd only FFO'd January, February and March. So I did April, May and June on my FFOing day. So this is the April one. Some of them I have made little changes to. So I did make some little changes to this one. I think I changed these Easter eggs somehow. I can't remember the other things, but yeah, so that again, it's just mounted onto some mount board with a little bit of wadding behind. and then it just stands on an easel in the lounge. And then this is May. Now there's a story about May, because I'd done all of this, stitched it, and then FFO'd it, put pictures up. Nobody had noticed, or if they had, they hadn't said anything, except for my friend Edita, who noticed that in the fox's sort of tummy here, I had completely not stitched 5 white stitches. I just not stitched them. So fortunately and thankfully, she pointed that out to me, so I could kind of half undo this, put those stitches in and then put it back together. So yeah, so thank you, Edita. I really did appreciate that. If ever you see something that I've missed, please tell me, guys. I'd rather someone tell me than yeah, I just hadn't even noticed. And it had been stood on the easel in the lounge in front of me for weeks. So yeah, that got fixed. And then this is the June one, which is very, very sweet. I really like this one with the strawberries on and the little dog. So I haven't finished, but I do have started July. So I do need to kind of try and get on with that and the future ones if I can for this year. Hopefully, we'll see. And then this isn't a new FFO, but I know I've had quite a lot of new subscribers, so you may not have seen this. This is a little box, a little wooden box with a little sort of clasp to open it. And on the top, if I just show you, it's just got like a Perspex see-through lid. And these designs are by Heart in Hand or Hands On Design. Heart in Hand, I think. I'll pop it on the screen. And they were a monthly design in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching magazine. Now you can buy these designs now as a chart. I do notice that because they're done as a 4, I'll see if I can put a photo in if I can. The hair is facing the other way to mine. These were out of the magazine and this was how they came. So these are basically spring, summer, autumn, winter, little tiny designs. This box was a freebie from somebody on Facebook in our village. Was just put it, anyone want this box? It came with a gift inside or something. And I was like, yeah, that'd be good for finishing things. So I haven't stuck these in because then I can change out the season as we go along. So this is spring. The only thing I've done all called for threads. I've no idea what the fabric is. It's a 32 count, but all the called for threads, except, and the only thing I added was the heart. There was a little bit of a space there and I just thought it would look nice with something in it. So that's spring. And then because it's a nice little box, I'll just take that off before it falls on the floor. Inside are the other seasons. So let me show you those. So summer is the fish. Autumn are owls. Again, all the called for colours, no idea on the fabric. It's the same fabric, but I'm not sure what it was. It was just in my stash. And this is the winter one, the cardinal. And they're so sweet. They're really lovely designs to stitch. I really enjoyed doing them. And the fact that they fit inside the box for storage and then, you know, one on the top for the season is just perfect. So yeah, very happy with those. I just thought I'd show you those because the season, I change these by month rather than the actual season. So for example, the 1st of June today, I'm going to change my top one to the summer one. Officially, that's not the first day of summer, I accept, but that's how I do it for these. So let me pop that on there. So that will be how we'll look for June, July and August. And then I will change it out for the autumn one. So yeah, I really like that. Okay. Let's see what's next. Right, that's all the FFOing. New starts. Woo, actual stitching. No, finish. That's on the top. I've got to go from the top because it's very precarious. So my only finish for the month, and only just because I literally finished it yesterday, is my May hair. So anyone that's been here before knows that I am doing a hair a month. And this is Hair and Blossom. And all the hair charts are by Amanda from Wanderling Stitches. I'm not really showing the fabric. It's Vintage Country Mocha 32 count Murano even weave. So it's a bit darker than it's showing. And I started 12 of them, the 12 that I chose for my monthly hairs, all on December the 31st, on New Year's Eve, for 12 in 12. So I started at 12 lunchtime and finished at 12 midnight and got a tiny little start on every single one. So moving forward, I mean, when I say a tiny start, I think this one had the bird, a bit of a branch and a one blossom. So it's not massive, but it's a go. So then I've been completing them each month, and April's I think I completed on the 30th of April. And this one I completed on the 31st of May. So June's really needs to get cracked on with the first week of June, so I'm not leaving it till the last minute. But this is super pretty. There's such gorgeous designs. Haven't even taken it out of the hoop yet because it literally got finished under the wire. This gorgeous needle minder is by my lovely friend Charlie, Stitches with Charlie Feathers on here and over on Instagram. And she does have a coffee shop, which I will link below, with various needle minders and floss drops and so on in. I think the shop is closed right now, but obviously if you go and have a look, it will tell you. And if it is, you can, you know, set a reminder. But I asked her to make that needle minder for me because I wanted it for all my hairs. So yeah, so happy that got done, albeit at the last minute. Okay, next then, no other finishes this month. 3 new starts. So the first thing I started, it's not a great picture, but this is a cotton and twine box, and this is from May 2023. So I bought this box back then. It wasn't a gifted box. I did buy this box, and I've had it in my stash all that time and not stitched it. But so did Charlie. So we were talking about it and she said, oh, I really want to start it. So we started it. She's much further ahead than me, but a start nonetheless. So that's what it will look like. And this is mine. Oh, it's got a dangling thread. I'm very sorry. Well, it's got a parked thread and a dangling thread. Sorry about that. So it came with Ada, and I've swapped it out for 32 count linen in Vintage Country Mocha, but this is the back side. So it's not the mottled side, because the Vintage Country Mocha fabric by Zweigart is a printed fabric. So one side is mottly and one side is plain, but it is coloured. So yeah, this is the plain side. The light is a bit too bright in here. It's a really warm colour. And then that's just my little start there at the top. So yeah, it's a really pretty design, really pretty colours. So yeah, hopefully you can get on with that. So I've got a parked thread there for the orange stitches that come down this side. And then obviously I haven't finished off whatever that bit is there. So yeah, need to get back to that, like I say, about all the things that I'm stitching. The second new start, Bethany and I wanted to start together, and I managed to get the chart shipped over from America in time so that we could start it at the Flosstubers Retreat. And then literally 2 days before the retreat, the chart came out in PDF, so I didn't need to have worried, and we were in a bit of a panic mode because we were like desperate for the chart. Managed to get it from Lindy Stitches, and yeah, it shipped over pretty quick, to be fair. But yeah, if we'd have waited, we could have just got it on PDF, but hey ho, here we are. The chart booklet is beautiful, and it's this, Stitching Rules by Primrose Cottage Designs, Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's absolutely gorgeous, this design. The colours are gorgeous. We just love everything about it. So yeah, we wanted to start it together at the retreat. So I'll read it to you. It says, stitching rules: count twice, stitch once, enjoy each stitch, always cross your X's, no frogging allowed, there are never too many whips, and just keep stitching. So yeah, it's really, really lovely. And the way the booklet is laid out, obviously I can't show you too much, bit of a flash, but yeah, they're laid out with part of the chart at the top, and then there's space for notes, and there's pictures and stuff like that. So it's a really, really beautiful booklet. They've stitched it on a 28 count linen, and they've used colour and cotton threads, but there is a DMC conversion which we've loosely followed. Bethany's changed her yellow, I changed my yellow and a blue, I think. So yeah, a couple of little changes. If you want to know what they are, then oh, I've got the threads here so I can tell you. Let me show you. So this is where I got to. Scissors on there. with mine. So we're both stitching it on 32 count Belfast Swigart linen in light ash grey. Light ash grey was the called for colour. They'd done it on a 28, but we've done it on 32. So if you look closely, I don't know whether you can see, my spools that I've done so far, the green one and the white one, are on this side. I've done in satin stitch rather than the cross stitch that it was charted. So the one on this side, these ones are just cross stitches, but these ones are satin stitches. And Bethany's done the same. She's further ahead than me, but yeah, just thought they look really pretty like that. So I've swapped the yellow that their DMC suggestion for their colour and cotton yellow that they'd used. I've changed mine to, where are we? 728. And then this darker blue in the bird, I changed mine from whatever they suggested. I think they suggested 3811 and I'm using 3809. These are the colours. And they are gorgeous. Really, really pretty colours. So yeah, and that's the yellow I've used. I love that red as well. It's really nice. And that's the blue, the dark, slightly darker blue that I've used. Yeah, really happy with how that looks. So that's stitching rules. So the fox needle minder I didn't say on the other cotton and twine one is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and this needle minder here is also from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Not Charlie ones on there. Most of my things. And then the third new start I had was this. This is Meant to Be by Little Dove Designs. And as soon as this chart came out, I saw it on Instagram and I loved it and I bought it straight away. And then it's been calling to me from the corner ever since. I got a piece of fabric ready, the called for colour fabric anyway. I'd got all the threads ready, everything was ready. I'd even gone around the edges with my sewing machine, overlock a foot of the fabric. I'd ironed it, it was lying nice and flat, and I was just like, I want to start it. And then somebody on Instagram keeps showing their progress. That made me want to start it even more. And then we had a Zoom stitch and chat evening with the Floss Friends girls on Friday, and somebody was stitching it on there, and that was it. So then yesterday, I decided I was going to start it. So I did. This is where I've got to. Little start up there. And this is on the called for Zweigart raw or natural linen. And it's 40 count, everyone. Yeah. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I know that doesn't look like a lot, but it is about 200 and, was it nearly 300 stitches? Something like that. It's more than it looks. And I haven't really stitched on 40 count. So I've got that little piece that I never finished that I've just FFO'd. And I've done two little tiny ornaments for friends, for Kim and Charlie for their birthdays last year. But I have never done what I would call a proper project on 40 count. And I just thought, this is going to be the one. The threads are DMC, all the called for, no changes. And it just looks so small and neat. Not that I think my two-stranded stitching on 32 count, which I love, isn't neat, but I don't know, it's just something about it. So yeah, really, really enjoying that so far. So that was literally yesterday's start. Okay, on to regular WIPs now. So again, if you've been here before, you know that I started late, but I started Quacker Sampler by Mikhail of Star Parade Designs. There's a lot of people doing this as the Quack Along, and those ladies started at Big Stitch 2024 and they're aiming to have it finished for Big Stitch 2026. And I didn't start mine, although I already had the chart. They bought it there, but I already had it. I just hadn't made the right decision on fabric and thread choices, so I hadn't actually got around to starting it. So I started mine on the 1st of May with a view to, if I do the right amount of stitches that I worked out, I will have mine finished by Big Stitch 2026. So I'm trying to do Monday to Friday at least, I think it's at least 40 stitches a day. So it's not a lot, to be fair. And so far I have kept up with that. I didn't really stitch on it much in the week last week, but I'm ahead. I've already got more stitches than I needed done in May, so that was fine. And this is mine. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So that fabric's really bright there. It's not really quite as bright as that. It is a really nice blue, but that is quite bright. This is one of those fabrics that you just can't ever get the colour right. So that's where I am at so far, and it just looks amazing. The fabric is 32 count fibre on a whim called Stream. I got that from 123 Stitch, and the thread, mine's very long because I like a nice long thread with 2 strands, is gorgeous, and it is Weeks Dye Works Squash. So even though it's a variegated thread and you're not supposed to, I do the loop start. I don't like it really, the stark variegation in variegated threads. I like it more subtle and more mixed up. So I do the loop start, hence why that thread is very long. And then, yeah. So I'm really happy with that. This needle minder here is by Laura of Cotton and Clay UK. She designed that specifically for the Quack Along. And then this one I'd already commissioned from Charlie sometime before all of this. Charlie Feathers needle minder there. So yeah, so that's got good progress, to be honest. I'm quite happy with that, and that will keep going then Monday to Friday moving forward. Hopefully that will be a finish before Big Stitch 2026. Okay, the next thing I worked on very, very briefly is I haven't got a cover photo because there isn't really one. I'll see if I can find a picture of where the whole thing, or at least part 3. We're on part 3. I haven't started part 2 properly, of Burrow Tales by Quaternion Creations. So that's where I'm at. That is all of part 1 and a tiny bit of part 2, which is some of this tree going down here. We have part 3 now, so I am very behind, which is a bit standard for me, really. But it's so lovely. This fabric is 32 count, picture this plus linen in oh, what is it called? Legacy. If it's not Legacy, I'll put it on the screen. And the threads I'm using are DMC. I swapped a couple of them. So the dark colour was supposed to be black. I'm using 3371. The green was supposed to be 580 and I'm using 581. And the orange is 900, which is the called for. So yeah, I really love those colours. I think they look really nice together. So yeah, that needs a bit more attention, shall we say. A bit more stitching on it to catch up. Then I also worked on the Secret Garden by Historical Sampler Company. I'll have put a picture of that. I'll pop a picture in of what this looks like. So this is now finished. The Sal's finished, as in all the parts have been released. So you will be seeing parts 1 to 5 complete, and it's so beautiful. I haven't kind of followed it part by part because I got a bit behind after I did my restart, and yeah, so I'm just kind of ploughing through it however I like. But I think I'm probably working on part 3. So this is what mine looks like. So part 1 was this middle section with the birds and these flowers and this dovecote and these flowers here. And then part 2 came across this way with this birdhouse, these flowers, bees, and then this bit starting here. And then there should be like half a fox down here, but I didn't want to do half a fox. I'm just going to wait. And then, yeah, and then we're coming over here now for part 3, and then 4 and 5 are on the ends. This is where I'm at. Beautiful, beautiful colours. Really, really love it. And this is on 32 count. So I got linen in cream that I had in my stash, and I'm using the kit supplied DMC threads. Historical Sampler Company very kindly gifted me the kit, including the needle minder, which is here. So I just swapped out the fabric because mine came with Ada, which is what I think I'd requested, but I just felt this particular design was so pretty, it really needed to be on a linen, so I had a restart and I'm doing it on linen. But yeah, I love this. It's so pretty. The whole design, as you've just seen in the picture, is really beautiful. You can still get this over on their website. You can go and buy it PDF. I think you can probably still get a kit, but I will link everything below, so you can go over there. Okay, that is WIPs, apart from my WIP Go numbers. So the WIP Go numbers in May, for me, called this one, which is a Moira Blackburn design, kitted by Bothy Threads. What is it actually called? It's called Country Cottage. I call it Country Cottage Sampler. And this was a kit, but I did swap out the Ada, and this is also 32 count linen in cream, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's vintage cream. So this one's not in a Q snap, so let me just wrangle it onto here. This is where this one is. Oh, it's so pretty. So for WIP Go, I worked along this row here, putting these birds and trees in. Obviously not that tree for some reason. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And I need to really bring this border down. So yeah, love the colours on that. I'm using my own linen, like I said, but I am using all the kit supplied threads, which I believe they use Madeira threads, but they're all the kit supplied threads anyway. So yeah, that's that one. Okay. Then the second WIP Go number for May was my poisonous plants. I'll show you that closer because it's quite dark. So this is Poisonous Plants by the Witchy Stitcher. I had the most measly little start on this when I first started it. If I can find the picture, I'll put a picture in of where it was before I started WIP Go. There's literally hardly any stitches at all, and I think that's over a year ago. I know. So I got it out for my WIP Go and managed to get some good progress on it. So there we are. I managed to, I think it had the word poison and then this little bit here. So I finished off this box here with poisonous and plants and the border, and then I finished off 3 of the poisonous plants. So my husband said the font for the backstitch lettering is quite difficult to read. So if that is the case for you, it's Moonflower, Hemlock and Foxglove. And they just look so lovely. So this fabric is 32 count Zweigart Murano even weave in slate. And these are all the called for DMC. I just dropped my needle on the floor. DMC threads. So there's some gorgeous pinks and greens to come in there and purples. Yeah, really, really beautiful. So yeah, it was good to get a big chunk of progress on that really. And I did really enjoy it. Might have to look for that needle later. Might have to not forget to look for that needle later. So that is all the WIPs. WIP Go, WIPs, new starts, one finish, all of that. So all of that good stuff. Let me just check my notes, which are over here, unfortunately, because I haven't got a table. Okay, so let's have a think about some plans. I've got plans. I want to talk to you about a couple of things that are coming up. Bethany's fabrics, and then I'll do retreat stuff and haul at the end. So plans for June. Well, carry on working on, well, not everything, because, you know, we all know how many WIPs I've got. 53. There are going to be a few starts in June. There's a lot going on and you don't want to miss out and all that, do you? So today, I think, is actually the start day for Stitch Along for Yaz's Fruit Collection designs. So Yasmin of Yasmin's Made with Love has designed some gorgeous fruit designs in a whole collection. There's a whole fruit collection on her website. And I think there's a kind of a bit of a sale going to be starting today for stitching whichever one of those fruits that you want. So I'll pop a picture in here of Yaz's fruit collection. I think there's 10 different designs now. You'll see in them, so you can count. I have got some of them, not all, and I love the grapes, I love the strawberry, and I love the apple. They're my favourites, and I'm thinking that if I do start one today, if I get time, I probably will, I might start the grapes one. So yeah, watch out for that. Then I've got 2 new starts planned for the first day of summer. Let me grab those. So Charlie Feathers and I stitched a mini spring sampler similar to this. This is the summer one. It's going to be upcoming. But we did it. Oh, I've left it downstairs. I did a jar lid finish. I'll pop some pictures in. So we finished the mini spring sampler that was from Just Cross Stitch magazine. The designer is Just Carry Designs, I believe. And Charlie and I both stitched it, and I've just FFO'd mine with my FFOing day, and I've forgotten to bring it up. So pop some pictures in here of my jar lid that I finished mine onto. It looks really good. I really like it. So it's on my Ort jar. So I have a little dish by my stitchy seat where I put all my Orts, and then I transfer them to the slightly larger jar. And that's those Orts that are in that jar that you're seeing in those pictures are just from 2025. So then the next Just Cross Stitch magazine had the next one in. So this is the mini summer sampler. So Charlie and I are both going to start this together on the first day of summer, which is the 21st of June. I have got all my threads ready, and I'm stitching this on this lovely blue mottled even weave, and it's a coffee craft. It's a bit off a, is it a coffee craft? I think it's a coffee craft fabric, so it doesn't have a name. And that's another Charlie Feathers needle minder on there, ready and waiting. But yeah, that's going to be what I'm doing mine on. Then also for me on the first day of summer, 21st of June, I'm going to start my summer pillow by Flossabilities, Lauren at Flossabilities. Oh no, it was the right way. I thought that was upside down. This gorgeous little pillow with all the summery designs on. So I did the spring one, and what I did was I did one little square, as it were, so there's 9 of them per day, so it was done in 9 days. That was really satisfying. So I might try and do that again, because it was really satisfying. So I'm not doing mine in that colour at all, as you can see, because I've penned on there what I'm doing it on. I'm doing mine on 32 count linen Zweigart in light blue. I might need the board for this. And this is my piece here. And that's the thread I'm going to do it in. This is Weeks Dye Works Blue Topaz. So that's what I'm going to do mine on. I think that'll be quite summery. So yeah, first day of summer for both of those starts. Then also a planned start, because there could well be unplanned starts, as you know. Another planned start, as soon as whenever I can, is Bethany and I decided to do a sale for a Lola Crow design. So Bethany is going to do, and actually she has already started, if she says it's okay, I'll pop a picture in of where she got to yesterday on her start. She started the Deadly Aquarium, which is so gorgeous, isn't it? So she dyed a piece of fabric and she started it yesterday. So like I say, there'll be a picture there if she says it's okay for me to do that. And I was going to start Lola Crow's Greenhouse of Oddities as a bit of a sal, but with a different pattern. And then Lola Crow brought out the Extraordinary Birds. And I saw the first couple of birds and I was like, oh, I want to do that. The frame, the colours in the frame are just gorgeous. So I hot-footed it and bought that. I've got fabric, I've got threads. I need to fish them all out, the threads, but still. So this is Extraordinary Birds. This is up to part, like the feature, I think they're feats, as in feature, she's calling them. So this has got the first 2 in. So this is all the frame, the Avery, and then 2 of the features, where as we are on part 3, we got part 3, you get a part weekly. I mean, that's not going to be a thing for me, but still. So there is some birds over here now, but this was where it was at when I got it. And I just, look at that spoonbill and that blue-footed booby, that was it, I was sold. And I just love these gorgeous colours in the frame, this sort of teal and gold. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to start that. I have this piece of fabric, which I haven't taken out of the packet, sorry, if you can see it. Oh yeah, no, it's quite good. This is a Coffee Craft Fabrics fabric, so it's not named. It is a 32 count linen. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to do it on that. Just need to get all the DMCs out and get going. Like I say, Bethany's already ahead of me on that one, which is pretty standard behaviour, right? The other plan is then going to run into Bethany's fabrics. On the 30th of June, I am going to start Strawberry Harvest, which is this chart, which was one of the ones that was in the bundle from Pauline. But this one I didn't want to give away because I love it so much. So I have this kitted up with all the called for DMC and gassed Gentle Arts threads. So that's all ready to go, and I just needed some fabric. So they stitch it on 40 count Ancient, although I have a piece of Ancient and it is not that blue. And I didn't want mine to be, I like Ancient, but I didn't want it for this. So I said to Bethany, I really want to try doing a bigger project on 40 count. So she dyed me a piece that we thought looked a bit like that. So I have, oh, that's not that colour at all. That is not that colour. It's a really nice blue with a bit of grey mottling, and it's not sea blue, sky blue, turquoise blue like it's showing there. It's much greyer. It's much more of a grey blue. Oh my goodness, that's really bad. No. Okay, so she's dyed me the most gorgeous piece of fabric that looks really grey blue like that, but that's not how it looks in real life at all. That's so weird. I just can't make it look right wherever I put it. Nope. Anyway, I have that, and that is 40 count, and that will be a start on that fabric at the end of the month. And that start is going to be with Sally of Flossie Sews and Grows and a lady called Tracy. I always want to say Karen, I'm sure it's Tracy, over on Instagram, and her Instagram handle is Darth's Knitty Wife. If that's not right, I might put it on the screen anyway, but yeah. So so we're going to be starting that together. I think it's the 30th of June. I don't know if we've fully decided on that, but I think that's when it's going to be. So that's another June start, but that's really exciting. I'm really excited to start that. So let's see if we can look at these other fabrics from Bethany and see if they look the right colours, shall we? So if you've been here before, you know, like I say, that she's been dyeing a few fabrics for me, and I wanted a few more. So I've got various things here. Can't remember all the counts, but I'll do my best. Some of them, she said I'd asked her for certain things. No idea what they were now, but they are all just absolutely gorgeous. So the first one is this gorgeous pink, which is much pinker than that. It's not as pale as that. It's darker. Let me see if putting it against this board will darken it. It's more like this darker pink up here. And I think this is a 40 count, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love pink. Maybe you can tell. So that's one. I also got her to do me this gorgeous green, which is much brighter in real life than it's shown on that. It's not pale like that at all. It's a really lovely, bright, but not in your face, but a nice bright green. I think that's a 40 count as well. Then she dyed little bits of fabric for table gifts for Flosstube Retreat. And before we even went, I snaffled this one. This is actually a 28 count. That's about right. It's such a nice green. Such a nice green. So yeah, I had myself that. Then there's a pale blue. Yeah, not like that at all. It's not turquoisey. It's like a sky blue. But you can see the mottling on it basically. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And then these two, one is a 35 count and one is a 40 count. I don't know which is which without counting. And these are just neutral colours. These are the ones that I was supposed to iron, but I didn't. So yeah, it's a bit darker than that. bit like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous neutral, and another gorgeous neutral. This one's got more mottling, it's a little bit darker. It's not going to show darker, but it's really, really pretty. Gosh, showing fabrics on here is a nightmare. Let me tell you, those fabrics are absolutely stunning. I don't know, she's just got it. She's just got it down to a fine art. She's yeah, whatever I've asked for, I've got. So yeah, I'm really pleased with those. Can't wait to be stitching stuff on them. So yeah, so that's Bethany's beautiful hand-dyed fabrics. Okay, where are we at? Let me check these notes. Don't want to miss anything. I've got so much to tell you and show you. So I've told you about Yaz's fruit collection. I also want to tell you just one little thing about Charlie Feathers. She's going to be having a summer collection of needle minders, and I'm guessing floss drops, I didn't actually check, over on her coffee shop from the first day of summer, the 21st of June. Now, she's also kind of doing this at the same time as some other small businesses who are also going to release summer collections of their things on the same day, which I just thought was really lovely. So it's not kind of like a collaboration. Nobody's selling each other's things, but when Charlie releases her summer collection, so will these other small designers who make the most gorgeous things. So you can go and shop with all, is there 4 of them? All 4 of them, and get yourself like a whole little summer collection of goodies. So Charlie will have needle minders. Then there is, and I will link all these people below, any websites they might have, coffee shops, Instagrams and that kind of thing. So the others are Also Alison over on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop as well. And she makes the most gorgeous little project bags, little pouches, book sleeves, all sorts of gorgeous, gorgeous things. She does bags for knitting projects. She does bags for cross stitch, whatever. I mean, you can use them. They're interchangeable. So yeah, really gorgeous fabrics, beautiful sewing skills. So yeah, highly recommend having a look over them on Also Alison's Instagram and shop. But she's going to do the same, a summer collection. Then we have Adele of Tailor Made Stitching. She's going to be releasing some scissor fobs and zipper pulls in her summer collection on the same day. And then the lovely Phoebe of Loombug, who is a cross-stitch designer. She has an Etsy shop, and I will link it below. I'll pop one of her designs up here actually, or maybe I'll have popped in pictures of all of them. So she will be having a summer collection of designs over on her Etsy as well. So definitely go over and support those people, little small businesses doing great things. So yeah, so that's very exciting. Okay, next is retreat, gifts, haul and so on, and general haul. So if at almost an hour you're done with my chit chat and waffling on, then thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you're sticking around, this is going to be a part haul section. So Leanne, Sammy, you guys at the retreat, Sarah, yeah, you watching? Look away. This is the haul section. Stop watching now, okay? Then you can't be enabled and you can't blame me. So the warning is there. So let's do retreat stuff. Right, let me grab this bag. So I entered the gift Smalls Gifts Exchange, and I showed you previously my little dinosaur gift. You just picked a bag. So I picked this bag off the table because I like bears and I like pink. It was my only reasoning behind it. And inside it was the most gorgeous things. So there's a little card, and in the card it tells me about the design. So there is this little stitched pillow, and it was stitched by Wendy, and the chart was taken from the Shabby Spring Calendar by Curie Batakuri. Stitched on 32 count pea shoots fabric by Fabric Flair and called for DMC. So it was really nice that all the details were in there of what was stitched and what on and so on. And this is what she stitched. How beautiful is that? Absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. And now I've shown you guys, I can actually display it. So it's got a gorgeous little 2025 charm, this beautiful butterfly button, and this little sort of, is it not going to focus? No. Little roses there anyway. It's just beautiful. And then it's backed with some gorgeous cotton fabric with teapots and teacups on. Yeah, so really, really, really pleased to have got that. Also in the bag were lots of other little gifts and bits and pieces. So there was this lovely little needle minder of a pot of flowers. Very sweet. There was this flower wooden ornament slash floss holder. So I think the idea is that you can stitch on this middle bit and then you can use it as a floss holder for whatever project you want, using the holes around the edge. It's a Trimmits brand. It's really, really nice. There was also this great, I love this idea, a little packet of seeds. Actually, I should be giving them to my husband. He's out in the garden now. So yeah, really pretty seeds. And a little baggie with, I haven't even eaten this, look. How good am I? A caramel millionaire slice by McVitie's. Delicious. And some unwind tea, strawberry, chamomile and lime flower. So it was so lovely. So Wendy, I don't know if you watch my Flosstubes, but if you do, obviously I said thank you to you at the time, but I genuinely love everything about that little bag. So yeah, thank you again. Then I had these bits from Sarah. So Sarah is Sherbet Dibdab on Instagram, and she very kindly gave me one of her little baggies that I think she'd done for table gifts for her table friends, and I wasn't on her table, but she gave me one anyway. So in this little bag was this gorgeous, I mean, I love me a bear, gorgeous pencil and notebook. There's a little heart on the pencil. Look at that little bear face. Super, super cute. There was also some tape. I've never seen this kind of tape before. Is it upside down? No, it's like, it's got avocados on it, but it is a tape. It's like a, I've never seen it before. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, it's very sweet. There was also this gorgeous lime green thread. It just says embroidery thread. It's not got a brand as such. It's much limer than that. Variegated thread, really pretty. A cute little highlighter. And this really cute little bunny. I don't know whether this is going to show. Let me see. So cute. So yeah, thank you, Sarah. Really, really appreciated those. Very, very sweet. Then my friend Lynn, years and years ago, there used to be a shop online called So and So. So it was SEW and SO, So and So, and they were around for a long time. And they ran some retreats at a hotel in Oxfordshire, for 2 or 3 years, once a year. They had a little pop-up shop, and then they organised classes. So like somebody from the Royal School of Needlework would come and show us a bit of embroidery or a bit of silk shading. Somebody came and showed us needle felting one time. Somebody showed us, yeah, various other little bits and pieces. So and they were really, really, really good retreats. You know, you got your accommodation, you got your meals, and you got all these classes. You did get your own stitchy time as well. It was really, really good. And I met this lady, Lynn, at one of these retreats, and we've been in touch like on social media and messaging and bits and pieces ever since. So for a number of years now, really. And actually now we've moved up here. We're not that far apart because I think she lives near York. So I was chatting to her about the retreats, and she was like, oh, and I said, well, Rotherham can't be far from York. And she looked it up. It's not that far. So she got herself a day ticket. So she came on the Sunday. I haven't seen her in years. It was so, so lovely to see her. So if you're watching, Lynn, I really loved seeing you again. And we definitely need to see each other again, either at a retreat or we need a meet up or something. And when she arrived, she came over and we had a chat and a hug and all of that. And I'd made her a little, actually, if I've got any pictures, I'll pop them in here. I made her a little, slightly wonky, not perfect, little notions pouch, and I got a few little bits and pieces to put in it to make it a really nice little, or I thought it was a really nice little gift. She loves pink like me. She loves rabbits. So yeah, I tried to kind of go with that theme. So yeah, hopefully there's some pictures there of that. But she came over and gave me this. Look at that. It's the most amazing little project bag or project pouch, or you could use it for anything you want. But they're sheep in woolly jumpers, right? Absolutely gorgeous. So this is an Emma Ball is the designer of these sheep, and I have got a couple of things that are similar, but they haven't got the jumpers on. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's just like a calico kind of fabric, gorgeous zip, yeah, and then it's got the same on the other side. So thank you, Lynn. I mean, and now you see, this is how it is. You have to wait till you've shown everyone on your floss tube before you can use all these things. So now I can use this, but yeah, I absolutely love it. Then, oh, now I'm going to get their names mixed up. There's Stitching with My Littly on here. I'll link them below. Kayla and Lauren come to the retreats, and I want to say Lauren, the daughter, gave some of us this, again, I think it was her table gifts, but she'd got extras. One of these lovely little pouches that are always really useful. And inside mine was this lovely ring with gorgeous, gorgeous floss drops on. Really, really pretty. Yeah, love a floss drop, so thank you. And there was also a highlighter, very useful. And this gorgeous little tin. And if I can get it open, inside the tin is this little, I don't know if this is going to show, this little zipper pull with various little charms on. And one of these metal sort of flat needle threaders, always useful, inside this little tin. So that was really super sweet, and I do apologise if I've got your names back to front. But I don't think I have. I think it's Lauren. Like I say, I will link their channel below. Then there was a freebie table or swaps table or de-stash table. That's the word, blimey. There was a de-stash table where people could put things that they didn't want, that they were just giving away. There was, or you could put things on there with prices on, and then you would go and find the person and pay them for whatever it was, the chart, the fabric, whatever it might be. So I sold a few bits of fabric and bits and pieces. I also gave quite a few things away that I just didn't want, shoved on the table. If they went, they went. From that table, I picked up this red flexi hoop, just a plastic hoop, just for finishing, and that was just a freebie on the table. I also picked up this chart from there, which was also a freebie. I just love the kind of cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever, on a pile of books. And I would change the colours. I think the colours are a bit boring. But this is a design by, well, it says a top-notch cup of tea, top-knot stitcher shop. So I don't know if it's designed by her. It is to do with the tea, using the tea time palette, which it was something at one of the Nashvilles. So they were a type of silk thread. But as for who actually designed it, whether it was Abby at Top Knot Stitcher, I'm guessing, but it's really sweet. So pick that up for free. Then I did, well, I did enter the raffle, and Bethany's ticket number got picked out. She chose something, and then she got picked again, so she gave the ticket to me. So I went over and chose, or no, she chose this for me, that was right. And this is a Whilst Iris Naps design, and it's called A Token of Love. If I can find a picture of it flat, I will, because it's basically, it goes round the spool, but it says A Token of Love. It's really pretty. You can use any colour threads. It would be really nice. So that was very nice. Thank you, Bethany, for donating that to me, sort of thing. And then a couple of purchases. One from Sammy at the Old Barn Stitching Co. I got Strawberry Hill Pin Keep. So if you've been here before, you know I did the sheep one, Berry Barn Pin Keep. And this is another one in that series. And then from Stitch Mania Stash, Michelle, I got this Rubber Ducky Notions pouch. Look at it. How cute is that? So cute. So yeah, love it. So that was the retreat. It was brilliant. Like I say, I'll have put pictures in at various points and so on. But yeah, really, really good. We had a very good time. Right, regular haul. Guys, don't forget to look away. Regular haul. This is quite a big precarious pile. So we're going to go from the top down regardless. Okay, so I bought this needle minder, which is a Primrose Cottage needle minder, when I went to the Nimble Thimble in Wales, when I had a little weekend away with Charlie and Kim, Sally, Sarah and Marie. And then I found out and realised that it has a chart with that house on it. So I thought I should get the chart so that I can match it. It's really cute. So Home Sweet Home by Primrose Cottage. So I ordered this chart from Trudy Ann Designs, Trudy at Jeff P. Smith on eBay, who I will link below. Absolutely fabulous shop. So I ordered another chart as well, but it turned out that although it was listed, they didn't have it. They couldn't find it, and she sent me a lovely message apologising, which is fine. These things happen. But she sent me such a lovely message and refunded me for the other one and so on. So it was all fine. So this one arrived in the post, and when I opened it, these were also inside. They were in a packet, and these are little scissor buttons. So they do have little eyes in the they're not eyes, holes in the middle, so you can sew them onto something. So then, of course, I flashed those a bit ago when I showed you that FFO, that maybe I could use one of these and stick it on that red one and stick it on. So pretty. So these were a little free gift. So obviously I messaged and said thank you, and I'm sure she doesn't watch, but thank you. They're really, really sweet. So that was that. I got this most gorgeous bookmark. It's got a little tassel on the bottom and some little beads. Strawberry bookmark, which I can actually put in my book now. So this is by Charlotte of the Busy Bee Stitcher. She's over on Instagram, but she has a coffee shop, which I will link below as well. I think she probably still has some of these in her shop. So yeah, really, really cute. And she's lovely. She's such a lovely girl. So yeah, go over and support her. Get yourself a strawberry bookmark. I got some new needle minders. Oh, she says not on the screen. I'm sorry, I have to keep leaning away. I got some new needle minders from Charlie, and she sent me this lovely card with them and some little freebie stickers. No, that's not focusing, is it? Strawberry stickers. And the needle minders that I got are, oh, they're all stuck together, of course. Bear with. Oh my God, I literally can't get them apart. I think that one's glued itself to this. Oh, there we go. Oh, it has pulled some of the paint off. It was stuck on it. Okay. Blimey, that was harder than it needed to be, guys, right? I got the ice cream. I got the tulips, which I've just stuck together with that one, and it has pulled some of the paint off. Sorry, Charlie, not looked after my needle minders very well. And then because we have the swans chart from the cotton and twine box for May, she sent me a little freebie swan needle minder to go with that. So that was very kind. So obviously I've said thank you, but thank you again, Charlie. I love your needle minders. You know that, right? So that was those. Then other haul, I got this little booklet off Facebook Marketplace. Cottages, Castles and Churches collection, over 100 patterns to cross stitch. And it's a whole book of cottages, churches and castles. Now I love me a little vintage looking cottage, as we've said. This is not that old, I don't think, this booklet. And it's from the Cross Stitch Guild, and I think it is, so yeah, by Jane Greenough. So that's a couple of them on there. So yeah, there's loads of little cottages and stuff in there that I'd like to stitch in my spare time. I got myself a couple of strawberry charts, because you know I haven't got many. This is Sweet Summer Come Again by Blackbird Designs. I saw this on somebody's Instagram and I was like, oh my goodness, I love that. So look at that basket. So pretty. So there is the chart in here for the box top and this little bird to make, is that a needle roll what do they call it? Yeah, a needle roll. So there are both charts. However, you can see that this is a, you know, big A4, so folds out to kind of almost, probably not quite as big as A3, but literally the chart, even for the big one, is like that big. It's tiny. So I'm going to be needing to enlarge that on the printer at work. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous design. Love it. Love, love. Then that was from 123 Stitch. I might have to take this out of the packet, we'll see. So when I was shopping on there, I did also see this one. This is by a designer I'd not heard of before, or a company, Needle Treasures Nook, and it's called Garden Treasures Strawberries. Look how pretty that is. So they've made it into like almost like a flattish pincushion. I'm not going to do that. I won't finish mine in that shape. But yeah, isn't that just pretty? Really gorgeous. So I've got me those. Then the rest of the haul is bags. Now, this bag I forgot to show you last time. I've had it for a little while. So I've had it over about a month at least, because I should have showed you last time. This is a bag from Yasmin's Made with Love, the lovely Yas, and it's a Frida Kahlo project bag. Oh, so gorgeous. I love this fabric so much. The colours are so bright. It's just beautiful. And Yaz's bags are really great quality. Yeah, highly recommend. There's a little flower on the zipper pull, which won't focus. And then what's the inside fabric is just some dotty print. Yeah, so it's really, really good. And like I say, I've had that a little while now and did completely forget to show you. Gorgeous. Then the next few bags from Yaz, again, as you probably know if you've been here before, I did some selling of de-stash items on eBay and made a good bit of money. So I treated myself. I literally spent all my money on various things, but some of the things that I treated myself to were some more of Yaz's beautiful bags, and they are strawberries. So again, if you've been here before, if you haven't been here before, I've got a bit of an obsession with strawberries. Got quite a lot of strawberry charts, quite a lot of strawberry accessories, like a little tray, a little plate, a little basket, a scissor fob or two, a few strawberry items. So I needed some bags to go with all of that. So I got myself this one, this little pouch. Gorgeous strawberries, gorgeous little ladybird button. And when you open it up, it folds out like so. So there's strawberry fabric inside, and each of these pockets have a zip, and they've got like a mesh front. So if you can, you probably won't be able to see, but oh yeah, you can. So like a mesh rather than the vinyl. And then, yeah, so there's three of those little pockets. Gorgeous little zipper pull there. And then it just rolls up like so, and got an elastic to go around the button. So yeah, super pretty. Love this fabric. Really well made again. Gorgeous, gorgeous little pouch. Also from Yaz, I got this strawberry project bag. Gorgeous strawberries and bees. So the inside fabric on that is little Dixie strawberries, and it does have a little, is it a little bee? Yeah, a little bee zipper pull, little charm. And I got the matching thread bed. Let me get it the right way up. So same fabric, all quilted, really, really beautiful. Magnetic clasp. Open it up, it's got the thread bed fabric, so you can put your threads on it and they stick there. There is a hanger for your scissors, and inside her label here is a needle minder, so you can pop your needle on, you can put another needle minder onto that if you wanted. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Oh, so nice. So yes, love a bit of matchy matchy, so that's matchy matchy, right? And then we have another matchy matchy. I also got this strawberry bag from Yasmin. Also beautiful fabric. And does this have the same? Oh no, this has the pink fabric inside like the pouch. It's got a different, slightly different style zip. She says not able to zip up. There we go. Yeah, really, really pretty. And then I got the matching thread bed for this one as well. And again, same sort of design inside with the thread bed fabric. The holds hook for your scissors, and there's a needle minder in the label again there. So yeah, absolutely beautiful, all quilted, really sturdy, really nice, and matchy right? So then the last thing is another bag, and it's from the wonderful Pauline. Look at it. So this is a bit larger than the ones from Yasmin. So this one I think is going to be my strawberry bag, as in all my strawberry charts and bits and pieces are going to go in here. Absolutely stunning fabric. Beautiful quality bag as always from Pauline. So this is Pauline of So Be Bags on Instagram. She does sales on her Instagram. I will link it below. Absolutely gorgeous. Her bags always come with this gorgeous lace trim and a ribbon and button zipper pull. Absolutely beautiful. And the quality of the fabrics and the sewing is just a plain inside for this one. Is always absolutely amazing. Super quality. I love Pauline's bags, and they're not expensive, so if you see a sale happening, you have to be quick, but get yourself in there and get yourself a Pauline bag. Definitely worth it. That's it. Finally. Gosh, this is a long one. Yeah, so it was 3 weeks, so I kind of had a lot more to show you, I guess, than usual, but yeah, that is all I've got to show you. If I have forgotten anything, because I've said I'll put a picture in here and I'll put it on the screen there, and then sometimes I go away and I realise that I didn't do that, then just message me or comment and say, oi, what was that? What was that? Do ask. And if you've got any questions at all or anything you would like to see or not see for that matter, then let me know. And also if you want to see a little Flosstube extra of the craft room, then yeah, let me know about that too. If you got this far and you liked what you saw and you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. That would be really great, so then I can kind of grow the channel a bit more. Don't forget to enter for the giveaways if you're interested in those. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Happy stitching!